You saved my again.
What's this?
A local. Let's get out of here before more droids show up.
Jar Jar is a key character in Episode 1, and he actually was one of the hardest for us, in the sense that he was going to be our really, one of the first pure all-digital character in a major motion picture. But that aside, design-wise, George has something very specific in mind.
You may be able to take that line, which is sort of somewhere right in here, and go.
George came to me with the character and basically said, he's amphibious, he's tall, he means well, but he's always putting his foot in his mouth. And he's like a combination of Charles Chaplin and Danny Kaye and all those kind of slapstick comedians that ever happened. He's a combination of duck-billed dinosaur and emu, basically, is about the best way I can describe him, with the skin texture of an amphibian and the color pattern of a parrotfish.
And so we started really thinking about, okay, well, what are the things that, we would kind of like to see? And we decided to give him different proportions so that he would walk funny. He would have a slightly different gait. So we gave his proportion from his knee to his foot was a little bit longer than normal. It's something that's very subtle, but it gave him a really gangly type of walk.
Well, first of all, the rat-type birds, which includes the ostriches and the emus and the rheas and the cassowaries, or when they walk, their necks go kind of this bump, 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 and then they kind of have this. I'd have to get up and demonstrate it, but and the way, just even if you see a chicken walk, it's funny. It just is humorous, but it's graceful at the same time. I wanted to give that to this character.
We shall make you Bombard General.
General?
Originally, Jar Jar had short ears, and George thought, well, how about if he had long, floppy ears? They might be really funny if when he turns his head, the ears flop around. And so we did that, and actually, it was one of those things where it's like, wow, that works. And then George, of course, wanted him to be very expressive. And so we thought, okay, well, what's expressive? What can we do with the eyes to make them very comedic? And we thought, okay, well, they should be on stalks so they can pop out. They could do all these things. Gave him a big mouth so he could do wild, crazy expressions. And so all those things, all those pieces started to sort of blend together into creating who Jar Jar is now.
Steady, steady.
The biggest thing was coming up with that concept drawing that George said, yeah, that's him. And then I did orthographics, all the side, the front, the back side, the skeleton, the muscles. My background is vertebrate zoology and paleontology, and that was my training. And so basically, I look at nature, what has gone before, whether it's a prehistoric species or a current species, blend those together, how do those anatomies work in real time and in real life. The people that I think were the hardcore Star Wars fans may have had a problem simply because he was new and because he was kind of a funny one. But children loved him.
My tongue is ferret. My tongue, orange.